Hello, everyone. Welcome to Vibe Fashion's YouTube channel. My name is Eunice. In this video, we'll be learning how to make a lapel bolero jacket. Another name for bolero is an after dress. That's after dress. You wear it on your outfit, and this really makes your outfits really stylish and beautiful. And it is very simple to make. I hope this is something you are interested in learning. Kindly stay tuned while we get right into the video. And before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button to subscribe and make sure to put on your notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So let's get started. I'm going to be drafting on my line and placing my fabric on fold. To determine the amount of fabric on fold, you're going to use the bust circumference, which is the biggest, to determine. And here the bust is 30, so plus 2 inches, so I have 9.5. So I folded my 9.5. First, I'm going to draw the shoulder line, and then I'm going to mark the neck width. I'm using a neck width of 2.5. Then half of the shoulder measurement plus half inch for joining the sleeve. So that will give me 7.5. From this 7.5 mark, I'll come down by 1 inch for shoulder slant. Then I'll connect it like this. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to measure the length of the bolero. This length is going to stop at the half length, which is 14 inches. Okay, so this is 14 inches and 14 inches. So I'm going to straighten my line. Okay, so I haven't straightened the line. So the next thing I'm going to do is to enter the armhole measurement. And the armhole I'm working with is 6.5. So this is the chest line. I'll reconfirm the shoulder measurement here. The shoulder plus half inch is 7.5. So I'm just going to square out this line. I'll square it out like this. Okay. And then I'll get the midpoint of the armhole as usual. Go in by half of an inch and then connect to the shoulder tip like this and then curve it out this way. So now we have the armhole line. So here on the chest line, I'll enter quarter of the bust measurement plus half inch and 2.2 inches for my sewing allowance. And then here on the waistline, I'm going to enter quarter of the waist measurement plus 2 inches as well. And then I'll connect the points like this. So the neck depth I'm using, this is the back. So the neck depth I'm using for the back, I'm using half inch and the neck width of 2.5 inches. So I'm just going to cover out this line like this. Can you see? So this is actually what I need. This is the back. I'll be using the back to achieve the front. So I'm going to place this and then begin to cut out. So now we have our back piece. So I'll be using the back to cut the front. And for the front, I won't be having a lining because it's going to have a lapel. So the front, the Ankara will still have to serve as the lining for the front. So I'll bring in my fabric and show us how to go about that. As you can see, I have, so as you can see, I've cut out the back fabric and I made it just 1 inch longer. This is for the back. So now I'll be using this back to cut out the front. Okay, so and I folded my fabric into two like this. So this depends on how big you want your lapel to be. So in this case, I want this lapel to be about 3.5 inches wide. Can you see? So from here I have 3.5 inches. This is 3.5 inches. And then I also want a neck depth. So from this point, I'm just going to draw a line here from the center front. So now this is my line from the center front. So this is the lapel allowance for the bolero. So now from this part here, I have my neck width. Can you see? So I'm going to, so you can see this is now our center front line. So I'm just going to go ahead and trace out this exact shape that I have here. That for the back, I use the neck depth of half inch. For the front, I'm going to be using a neck depth of same 2.5, 2.5 by 2.5. So I'm going to mark, already I have half inch here. So I'll place my tape starting from half inch and then I'll mark on 2.5. Can you see that? I'm marking on 2.5 at this point. So now I can now take off the back and draw the front neckline properly. So this is now our front neckline. So I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. So you can see this is our front neckline. So now I'm not going to take this straight like this. This is because remember we're making a lapel. So from this point where it goes straight like this, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. From this point where it goes straight, I'm going to come down by 1 inch and then I will use my ruler to connect it like this. Can you see that? So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is what I have here. The neck depth here, I'm going to come down by 7 inches. So by 7 inches, and then I'm going to create a curve from the side here. I'm going to create a curve from the side here to this point, to this 7 inches, and then I'm going to slant it to meet this point like this. Can you see? So I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. So just start from here and follow a curved shape. So this is what I want the bolero to look like. So can you see? So it's going to come back here this way, and then this will also come back this way. You see the shape that we have. So these are 3 inches and this is it like this. So that's the essence of coming down by that 1 inch so that it gives it this shape. Can you see? So this is what we have. So I'm going to place this on my fabric and cut out exactly what I have here. Cut the lining for the front piece and I have 2 pieces for each side. That's the Ankara is going to be the lining for it. So this is what I need to tell us. For the front piece, I made it half inch shorter than the main fabric of the back. This is what I mean. Can you see that the back is about half inch longer than the front? And this front, I didn't make the lining shorter than the main fabric. This is because of this curve that we have here. So that by the time we turn it neatly, remember that we're making a lapel. So we're going to have it laying like this. So you don't want one to be longer than the other. You want it to just end well. So we're going to be using hemming gum to seal off this part to give it that neat finishing. So basically what I'm trying to say that the front is half inch shorter than what I have at the actual back length. And my lining is 1 inch shorter than the actual back length. So that by the time we fold with half inch, it will now bring up to them, to now bring us back to the front length because we're going to be joining them together at the side. You don't want one being longer than the other. I hope we understand that. So now it's time for us to cut our short sleeve. So now to draft our basic sleeve, I folded my fabric. I'll be drafting on the lining. So first I'm going to draw the starting line. So I'll come down by 3 inches, which is the calf's height, and then the sleeve length is 6.5 inches. It's just a very short sleeve I'm making. So this is sleeve length and this is the calf's height. So on this cap side line, I'm going to enter her round armhole measurement, which is 6.5. So this is the round armhole measurement. I'm going to connect it this way to the shoulder, to the upper part of the sleeve, and then I'll get the midpoint. So now by measuring this slanted line, the midpoint is 3.5. So you just fold your tape into two like this, and here you can see we have the midpoint, which is 3.5. So this is the upper part of the sleeve, and this is the down part of the sleeve. At this upper part, I'm also going to get the midpoint of the upper part here, and then I'll bring the midpoint of the down part, which is going to be here. So at this point, I will go up by ½ inch, and then at the down part here, I will go down by ½ inch. So I'm going to connect this point to this point and then this point. So I'm just going to use my free hand to do this. Just watch carefully what I'm doing. Can you see that? And then I'm going to connect this point to this point and then this point. I'm going to bring it down like this. Can you see? So now we have the sleeve cap. Next, I'm going to enter my side seam allowance. I'm using 1.5 here for the sleeve. And then here at this point, I'm going to enter her round arm measurement. This is her upper round arm. And the upper round arm is 11. Half of it is 5.5. So plus 1.5, which is my side seam allowance. And then I'll connect it like this. So now you can see we are done with our short basic sleeve. So I'll bring in my scissors and cut it out. So this is our sleeve. I'm going to place and cut the second, and then I'll also cut the main fabric. For the main fabric, I'm going to add a hemming allowance of 1.5 inches. So I'll cut it out and show us. Okay, so I've cut out my basic sleeve, and I made the main sleeve 1.5 inches longer than the actual fabric. So I'm going to place it like this. Place the lining on the right side of the sleeve, and then I'll stitch the hem. Then of course fold it up this way. I'll have something like this, and then I'll stitch the sides. That's what I'll be doing for the sleeves, as you can see. And then for the back piece, I'm going to go ahead and turn the neckline. I'll open it up like this, place the lining on the right side, turn the neckline, hem the down part, and then stitch the sides and bring it out from the armhole. So for the front piece, I'm going to place them two like this. So you can see the one with the chalk is the main fabric. So here you can see this is the right side now of this. So I'm going to place this right side facing right side, and then right side also facing right side here. I'm going to turn this area like this, turn it all the way this way. I'm not touching the shoulder, then I'll bring it out from the armhole. I'll repeat the same thing here, turn this way, this way, this way, and bring it out from the armhole. Then I'll show us the next thing to do. So I'm done stitching them, so go ahead and notch all the curves. And you see this is our front piece, so you just want to notch it carefully. So after notching, you can see I've also notched the neckline. I'm going to bring it out from the armhole here. So bring it out like this. Make sure that this part comes out well. You can see after pressing it, this is what I have. And I've done the same thing for this side. So you can see the two front pieces. And then also the back, I've also turned it out. And you see I pressed it. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to join the shoulders together like this. So can you see? So you want to make sure, this is why I said that the sides must align here. So I'm going to join the shoulders of the front and back together. So I'm just going to place it like this. Can you see? I'm placing the wrong side facing the lining, and then I will flip it this way. Now flip it this way. Now flip it this way, and then I will stitch the shoulders. Hold all four of them together and stitch the shoulders. I'll repeat the same thing on this other side. And then I'm going to sew the sleeve to the armhole. Then I'll shape it on my seam allowance and come back and show us the final outcome. So this is what our bolero looks like from the inside. You see, I've stitched and I went ahead to weave the armhole. You see, everything is coming out beautiful. So I'm going to turn it to the right side so that we can see. So you can do well to confirm from here to here. What do we have? So from the side here to this side, I have 8 and 1/4 inch. I'm going to make sure that I have the same 8 and 1/4 inches. So you can see that this is more than 8 and 1/4 inch. So I'm going to fold it to give me that 8 and 1/4 inch. I'm just going to iron it this way. So you also want to confirm what you have on your neckline. So from here to here, I have 2 and 1/4. From here to here, you want to make sure that you have the same 2 and 1/4 inch. Can you see that? So I'm just going to press it like this. So you can see this is what our bolero looks like. Came out really beautiful. So you can use your pressing wood permanently. Okay, I'll also press and then keep it down permanently. So this is what our bolero looks like. See, this is what it looks like. So we have come to the end of this video. If you have watched this video up until this point and you learned something, please make sure to like this video, share this video, and make sure to subscribe. Put on your notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.